It's gotten to the point of embarrassing as the evidence continues to mount that their endgame is not about protecting public health or the environment, even as they continue to dump resources into suing dairy farms here in Washington state out of business. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the Seattle office of the EPA and the United States Department of Justice. I'm Dillon Honcoop with Save Family Farming. People who've been following this behind the scenes were not surprised at some of the more recent embarrassing revelations, like a professor in Wisconsin getting paid nearly $250,000 for bad science to try to frame these dairy farms in the lower Yakima Valley for contaminating groundwater there. Why? Well, for years now, over a decade, we've seen falsified science. We've seen officials apparently secretly changing federal documents behind the scenes, potentially in violation of federal law. We've seen backdoor meetings with environmental anti-farm activist groups. We've seen federal agencies using pressure tactics on state agencies here in Washington state. And the list goes on, even so far as to see federal agencies nitpicking farms over reports the farms were required to file because the federal agency says the font color was wrong that they used in their reports. It's time for these federal agencies to admit this isn't about protecting the environment and public health. This is about them winning and increasing their influence. Maybe they need to go back to that video of a former EPA official talking about enforcement by crucifixion. If you want to look at that, maybe it gives you insight into really what's going on behind the scenes and motivating this continued legal onslaught against farming here in Washington state. And that's the Save Family Farming Hot Take of the Week.